Guys, Activision lied to you about Modern Warfare 2. It's worse than you think. The COD community has begged Infinity Ward to add sufficient content in Modern Warfare 2, and they, still at this point in the MW2 cycle, have not lived up to our needs. So please do yourself a favor and share this video to get the word around the Call of Duty community. Everyone needs to hear this, so please hit that like button as well to spread the word. Make sure it gets heard. In the last episode of this series, I showed to you how Modern Warfare 2 is 100% a scam. But in this video, we're going to be diving deeper into Activision's lies, that Modern Warfare 2 is the biggest lie in Call of Duty history. Let's have a time, boys. What's going on, my fellow gaming warriors? Tis the one. One of the biggest problems, and there are many, with Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 2 is the fact that there is nothing to do. So how did Activision get away with this and break the fastest selling Call of Duty record, surpassing the greatness of the OG Modern Warfare 3, not the piece that's coming out in 2023? Well, the answer is quite simple. Activision fooled you. Here's what I mean. Season 2 was absolutely the most embarrassing and dead time in Call of Duty history, if not now. Literally crickets from the devs over there at Infinity Turd. Like, hey, can we have red dots on the minimap like a normal Call of Duty game? Dead silence perk. More than 10 maps on launch. Footsteps that don't sound like elephants. Literally anything that would make sense and make your biggest fans happy.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know, it's frustrating, Jev. They're a bunch of meatheads. I don't know what to tell you. You should know this by now. Anyway, so much for all those devs you bragged about Activision, who supposedly worked on this absolute disgrace of a Call of Duty.
3,000 devs! 3,000!
Okay, yeah, I agree. We get it, CODfather. But you don't have to scream it every single time. You're gonna blow my freaking eardrums out. But it's true. I mean, this is something Activision and Infinity Ward were bragging about to hype up MW2. Like, oh, we have 3,000 people to work on this game. It's gonna be the most advanced Call of Duty ever. Which is total bullshit, as you all know, if you have any brain cells left after playing this game, but we'll get into that later. Let's look into how this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 ranks up against the launch content of all the glory days of Call of Duty. That is Call of Duty 4 through Black Ops 2, 2007 through 2012, literally going back about 16 years now, almost 2 full decades. Also keep in mind, Infinity Ward and Treyarch were much smaller teams in comparison today and had a much smaller budget, especially compared to
3,000 devs!
Okay, so COD 4, the original Modern Warfare developed by the real Infinity Ward team, 16 maps on launch. Yes, you heard that right, 16. Moving on to World at War, developed by Treyarch, 13 maps on launch. The fan favorite real Modern Warfare 2, OG Modern Warfare 2, 14 maps on launch. Next up we got Black Ops, 14 maps on launch. Modern Warfare 3, 16 maps on launch. And finally, marking the end of an era with my personal GOAT Call of Duty multiplayer, Black Ops 2, which launched a total of 14 maps, 15 if you include Nuketown 2025. So you get the point. There was more than enough content and variety back in the day on Call of Duty to keep you grinding the games. It never really got stale like Modern Warfare 2 2022 got. I mean, you would take a break, but why is this the case? Well, let's look into it. First, let's look at how many maps came out on Modern Warfare 2 on launch. An embarrassing total of 8 6v6 multiplayer maps on launch. Mostly all on a scale of sucking eggs, so this makes me want to repeatedly bash my In Season 1 of Modern Warfare 2, Infinity Ward recycled the 2 most overplayed maps from Modern Warfare 2019, Shipment and Shoutout. Shipment being in Call of Duty for damn near 2 decades, and that's no exaggeration. These 2 maps are the only reason any self-loving, sane being would want to grind this game, especially for camos. I mean, do I really need to bring up Tarak or Santa Cena, Santa Claus Border Crossing? And if it weren't for basically the entire Call of Duty community voicing our frustrations to Infinity Ward for the lack of content, we would have only gotten 2 maps in Season 2, one of which we've seen over a decade with Dome, which, by the way, Infinity Ward felt the need to change the name of the map to Zaya Observatory. Literally, dude, what is it with these long-ass scientific notation names? Keep it simple, you freaks. The other being a map they showcased during the MW2 beta, Valder's Museum. Yes, another map in scientific notation. Stop doing that, you weird-ass mother... So these 2 maps came to MW2 Season 2 after all the backlash they got from the COD community for not adding any new content. Players were quitting Modern Warfare 2, and then Infinity Ward gave us these 2 maps as an answer to all that loudly voiced displeasure. As a result, we trashed Activision and Infinity Ward more than ever, and still are, and by some miracle, we were able to pull one map out of their asses that most of us probably wish never got released in the first place. Himmelmatt Expo. Dude, again with the scientific notation, what the f- You wanna know what's even funnier about this map? It wasn't even supposed to be released until Season 3, so this was released early as a gift, is the way Infinity Ward sees it. But dude, this map is literally the epitome of looking at some rare exotic flower, expecting it to smell like absolute heaven, but then you take a whiff, and you get the scent of Joe Secot's bathroom door after he takes a dump the size of his pockets after Modern Warfare 2. This map is a straight up abomination to humanity. Crown Raceway was supposed to be released with Modern Warfare 2 on launch, but they literally just held it out a little later. Now, this could be because they just wanted to pass something off as new content in between the launch of MW2 and Season 1. So what better way than to hold out a map you advertise in the beta and hold it out until the community wants a new map? Wouldn't put it past Infinity Ward. However, there possibly might have been legal issues between Infinity Ward and the FIA, the governing body for F1. Since Crown Raceway is based off Singapore's marina-based circuit, F1 wouldn't want to be affiliated with a shooting game with gun violence, aka they want to make sure they can get a little green stuff from Activision for this. Although I do appreciate Crown Raceway, it exposes another huge problem with maps in MW2, the lack of originality and creativity. Infinity Ward copied the IRL locations of 3 maps and counting in MW2, Crown Raceway, Valorous Museum, and Breenberg Hotel. They all had legal issues, so it's like MW2 was losing content rather than adding. What an embarrassing situation. Also, Modern Warfare 2 maps go against every single traditional Call of Duty map in every way. Some of the worst maps I've ever played on were in MW2. Santa Claus Border Crossing, El Asilo, Embassy, Tarak, Himmelstadt Expo. I mean, I might as well name off every damn map in the game at this point. Just totally pitiful, and Infinity Ward should be embarrassed. And if you say otherwise,
I hate you! I hate all of you!
Again, guys, please share all this to get this out to the rest of the Call of Duty community who are unaware of this situation. So hit that like button to do your due diligence in this fight against Activision. Subscribe if you're new to the channel to become an elite gaming warrior. If you subscribe to the one, you will become a Call of Duty movement lord, as if you had chugged 3 cups of G Fuel before the match. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and also thank you for all the support. It really does mean a lot to me. One last thing, though. I am a sentinel. 'Tis been one.